Imagine being the only one who peeps a 6-foot rusty bunny snatching kids, while everyone else is acting like a total NPC. We're teleporting back to 1982, the era of big hair and zero vibes, at the very first Freddy Fazbear's joint. This place was the peak of the franchise before it became a literal graveyard. We got this little girl Charlotte just chillin' solo in front of the stage, looking like she's waiting for her DoorDash to arrive. Vanessa, the little tactical genius even back then, slides through and tells her, "Yo, come pull up a chair with me. These animatronics are taking a whole business week just to power up." But Charlotte is built different. She's got that high definition peripheral vision. While the adults are probably busy arguing over a mid-pizza, she peeps Springtrap, basically William Afton in a crusty yellow bunny suit, low-key snatching a kid like he's picking out groceries. Honestly, how do you not notice a 6-foot metal rabbit kidnapping a toddler? Everyone in this restaurant must have been lagging in real life, FR. Charlotte tries to raise the alarm, but the grown-ups are acting like total NPCs, completely oblivious to the felony happening 3 feet away.
There's somebody who needs help.
Not right now.
Please.
Not right.
Go tell your parents.
Hi, adults are talking. Run along.
Since the adults are useless, Charlotte goes full main character mode. She sneaks into the back into Afton's Springtrap dungeon. She actually finds the kid and tries to pull a rescue mission, but Afton catches her lacking. He's right on her tail, looking like a nightmare that forgot to shower for 40 years. Charlotte starts screaming her lungs out because literally nobody is listening, and before she can even blink, she gets straight up deleted from the server. She gets left with more scars than a failed math test and ends up log out forever. Then the marionette pulls up, looking all lanky and sus, and carries her body off like a creepy butler. The news hits the streets faster than a leaked album, and the restaurant gets canceled and shut down immediately. 1982 was officially a certified L for the Fazbear brand. Fast forward 2 decades later, and we pulling up on Mike and Vanessa. They ain't exactly Netflix and chillin', they're more like trauma and dinnering. Vanessa's out here having major nightmares about her pops, William Afton. Imagine having a dad who's basically the CEO of felonies. That's a massive L in the family tree. Meanwhile, Mike's just trying to keep his life from glitching out, while his sister Abby is now 11 and still obsessed with the ghost robots from the first movie. Honestly, Abby needs a new hobby, like Roblox, or literally anything that doesn't involve haunted animatronics trying to steal her soul.
Abby!
Bye.
See you later.
Bryson, wait.
Mike's homie Pan Jewel comes through to help paint the house, but the real tea is that Mike's mom basically turned the whole city into FNAF fanboys with a literal Freddy festival. Talk about clout chasing gone wrong.
Ever since your aunt went around telling stories about killer teddy bears.
Abby goes to school and tries to tell her robotics teacher she's besties with Freddy and Chica, but the teacher just looks at her like she's lost her marbles and kicks her out of the science fair. Talk about a hater. Then you got Julianne telling her, "Yo, if you're so smart, why don't you just fix your mechanical boyfriends yourself?" Mike tries to take Vanessa out for a date, but the vibes are more awkward than a group chat after a leak. He's all like, "Abby misses the robots," and Vanessa's like, "Bro, tell her they're gone. I'm literally seeing my demon dad in my sleep every night." Mike gets home, finds Abby gone, and rushes back to the old Freddy's, only to find her sitting on the floor looking like an emo album cover.
Hey, Abs, I'm sorry.
Where are they?
He tries to comfort her by letting her take a souvenir, a radio called the Faz Stalker. Bad move, homie. That's like taking a cursed object from a haunted house and thinking it's a cool keychain. On the way out, Mike peeps a poster that says Freddy's is a killer, and the red flags start waving harder than a fan at a concert. So while Mike is out here trying to play house, we switch over to this ghost hunter camera crew. You know the type, the ones who go into haunted spots looking for clout but end up finding a casket. They roll up to the OG Freddy's, and who's waiting for him? A security guard named Michael. But don't let the name fool you. This man is acting sus as hell, giving him the grand tour like he's showing off a luxury condo. He's hyping up the basement and the water rides, talking about how the marionette can control all the other bots via wireless signal. Basically, the marionette is the Wi-Fi router from hell. The crew starts exploring and things go south real quick. Lisa, one of the crew, hears a music box, which in a FNAF movie is basically the "you're about to die" ringtone. She wanders into the basement, finds the marionette's box and decides to shut it off. Like, girl, have you never seen a movie? That's literally the stop button for your life. As soon as that music stops, the marionette wakes up and chooses violence. The cameraman tries to find Lisa, but he gets clipped. Then the other homies get jumped by mini marionettes, basically tiny aggressive dolls that make Chucky look like a plushie. Michael pulls up to the basement only to see that Charlotte/marionette has straight up hijacked Lisa's body and is wearing it like a cheap suit. He just smiles and says, "Welcome back, Charlotte." Bro is definitely on the payroll of the devil. Back at the crib, Vanessa is trying to hit the gym to sweat out the trauma, but her dad, William Afton, is out here haunting her mid-set. Imagine trying to hit a PR and your serial killer dad is whispering in your ear. Talk about a buzzkill. She goes home, passes out, with the TV on, and goes full Doctor Strange with some astral projection to face him. She finds him in the dream world, and Afton's out here calling her his favorite, trying to get her to join the family business. She turns into her kid self, hides in a closet, and runs into Circus Baby. Vanessa finally snaps, pulls a strap in her dream, and blasts her dad. But Afton just laughs it off like, "You'll always be mine, sweetie." Talk about a toxic parent, no cap. Abby's at home and that Faz stalker radio starts tripping, making noises like a busted walkie-talkie. Abby thinks it's her girl Chica calling for backup, so she pulls a midnight sneak out to the OG restaurant. She walks in like she owns the place and finds Chica just chillin'. They have a whole bestie hug moment, but little does Abby know, Chica's looking for more than just a cuddle. Vanessa pulls up to Mike's crib later and hears the radio, and Mike realizes Abby's been ghosting him for real. Mike's still trying to be a skeptic, like, "Nah, robots don't walk," while Vanessa is literally pointing at the evidence. Mike's more delusional than a dude thinking his ex still misses him. Then we hit the science fair. Abby shows up with Chica acting like a robot project, and the teacher is looking at this massive metal bird like, "This ain't a science project, this is a lawsuit waiting to happen." The teacher tries to play tough and actually breaks Abby's controller, telling her to pack her bags and go home. Bad move, teach. Chica don't take kindly to haters. Later that night, Chica finds the teacher in the school hallway and decides she wants to see what's inside his head. Let's just say he didn't pass the vibe check. He got his brain scanned the hard way. Chica basically turned his skull into a DIY project. Meanwhile, Mike and Vanessa are back at the restaurant. They find Vanessa tied up in a locker. Talk about a rough shift. And realize the animatronics they saw earlier were just prototypes. The real killers are on the loose. Vanessa drops the lure. The only way to stop Charlotte/marionette is a music box. Because apparently, even vengeful ghosts need a lullaby to chill out. But it's too late. Chica and Abby have already hijacked a taxi. Shout out to the Corey Kenshin cameo from the first flick, and are heading to the festival to cause absolute mayhem. These bots are out here catching rides like they got Uber Gold. The festival is poppin', and Freddy is straight up vibing in the crowd like he's a mascot at a Coachella set. Nobody even peeps that he's a literal death machine because people are NPCs in real life, FR. Meanwhile, Mike is speedrunning life trying to find Abby. He hits up Charlotte's dad, who gives him a music box, the ultimate go-to-sleep gadget for vengeful spirits. Mike pulls up to the house just as Chica, who's being puppeted by the marionette, starts glitching and literally tries to merge with Abby. Talk about an invasive friendship, no cap. Just when it looks like Abby's about to get installed into a suit,
Always check behind the door. You know, Vanessa.
Vanessa's brother Michael slides through looking like a villain from a mid-2000s emo band. He reveals he's the one pulling the strings to continue his daddy's legacy. He's all like, "We'll always be Papa's kids." But Vanessa is tired of the family drama and chooses Mike's squad instead. Michael loses his cool and orders the prototype bots to finish him. But then, boom! The OG Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy from the first movie crash the party like they're the Avengers of trauma. These are the ones with the spirits of the five kids, and they ain't messing around. Pandrel even catches Michael trying to dip and puts him in a headlock. The OG bots realize they can't stay in the suits forever and decide to ascend to the server in the sky, leaving Mike with a warning that he is coming back stronger. In the post-credits, we see the Springtrap suit twitching back to life in the ruins. William Afton really is the glitch that won't leave the system. He always comes back like a stubborn software update you keep clicking remind me later on. The movie ends with a grainy recording from Henry, and the vibes are just pure to be continued.
Mike, get out as fast as you can. She's coming for you.